What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. The screen might look a little bit different, and that's because I'm setting up remote duels. Guys, if you want to remote duels against me, please make sure to make your way over on Twitch. Links will be down below, as well as join in the Discord to talk about it, as well as to actually get in the actual room to remote duel against me. I've really been looking forward to doing this for a while. I was realistically waiting for the bans to drop. It might drop today, it might drop tomorrow. I don't know when it will drop, but hopefully soon. And then we can start remote dueling the new cards. But I'm really excited to get it going, and I did a test run yesterday, and I hopefully improved everything. There's still more things we're going to be adding. I don't know really about music, because I know Twitch is a little bit weirder than music. I might just add a bunch of lo-fi music, and then we just go right into it. But if you guys would like to remote duel against me, I would love it if you guys would. And if you want to watch remote duels, check out my Twitch channel. Once again, like I said, links will be down in the description below. Please join if you want to check it out. Anyway, guys, so looking at some of the cards here of Battle Legends Armageddon, I think we can say that this set is basically what we knew it was going to be. We knew this set was going to do the moves in the market that it was going to make. One thing that kind of confused me is Numeron Network. I feel like it's really, really, really cheap. Oh, before I begin, let me do the comment question of the day. Comment question of the day. Have you guys remote dueled yet? Have you tried it out? I'm gonna make a video on showing you guys how to do it. I mean, as you can see my previous screen, I got my iPad as well as my webcam shooting down, but you can also do remote duels on your phone. So I'm looking forward to doing that for you guys. I have that video coming out soon and whatnot. But let me know if you've done it already. What do you thought about it if you did do it? If you didn't do it, do you have an iPhone and are you interested in setting it up? So let me know in the comments down below. Going back to it though. Looking at Battle Legends Armageddon, the prices are making perfect sense to me. I don't agree with 10,000 Dragons being a $1,200 card. I know it's hard to pull, I get that, but you're taking 10,000 Dragons and you're putting it in the same margin of value as other cards like Stardust Dragon, which we know is a guaranteed collector's card, or something more of the effect of maybe Appaloosa Starlight Rare, which we know is a good card, and a playable card. Not for nothing to anyone holding a 10,000 Dragons. It's a beautiful card, and yes, it's great for your collection, but that's all it's going to be good for. Is it worth $200, or would you swap it out for something like an Appaloosa? Looking at number 39, Utopia Astro, I still have not bought this card yet. The market price is showing the card to be around $470, and it's tanked down to $390. Personally speaking, I think this card's going to hit $250. I hope I'm right, because I think I'm going to go in and snag me one, but I'm not going to go ahead and buy this card right now. I don't think anyone realistically should, unless you need the card. Then we have Chaos Dragon, Chaos Emperor, the Dragon Armageddon, being $20. We knew it was going to go down in value. It fits in no decks. It's a great card, and if it was to be used as a one-of, so seeing it being at $20 is still expensive. And then Invocation being roughly around $18, that card, that value is going to continue to drop down. But going back to what I said earlier, Numeron Network, let's see one second. Numeron Network should not be this high in value. Hold on one second, let me just move my, can you guys see? Let me see something. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Numeron Network should not be this cheap. I think this card still has a great amount of potential. I knew it was going to go down in value. I think we all know it's going to go down in value. And seeing the card at $5 is kind of something we all agree on. But do we go in and buy this card? I'll tell you right now, I got my playset. I went online, I bought my Numeron Networks just in case. Not that I don't think Konami's gonna hit at 0. I think Konami should hit at 0, but this card's still really good, and it fits into a lot of decks. And I think a lot of you guys kind of forgot about Numeron Network because they're too busy focused on the current meta. But post-meta, this might be one of the cards to go into any kind of art type. Because I don't think it can play by itself, but I think it can hybrid with other art types to make it more better of a card. Comment down below, let me know what you think about that. And then we have the 2020 Megatins. Now everyone's excited about it, everyone's going crazy about it, and the number one question is, V, do I go in and grab Red Eyes Dark Dragoon? It's a great question. Unfortunately, the answer is going to be no. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon was like $60, almost near $70 at one point. The value is tanking on this card. The market price is showing to be roughly $45, and it currently is roughly $45. Now you'll say, well, there it is, V, I should go in and buy it. Not necessarily. Because everybody that wants Red Eyes Dark Dragoon realistically only wants one of these. They don't want 10 of these. They don't want 30 of these. Maybe some might want 3 of these, but realistically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are only going to want one Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. With that said, I think the card is a great card, don't get me wrong, but the minute everybody pulls an additional copy in their 2020 Megatins, what do you think they're going to do with it? They're going to throw it on the market, okay? Someone else pulls another copy, they're going to throw it on the market, alright? Vendors have opened tons of this product that are waiting to load it onto TCG Player. they're gonna throw it on the market, therefore dropping the value of Red Eye Star Dragoon. This is one of those crazy things with pre-order prices. I mean, look at the Megatins. The pre-order prices, even though these cards are technically low from what the original counterpart is, they're still really high for a Megatin. And I'll show you that in a second, guys. But going back to Red Eye Star Dragoon, do not buy this card yet. It's just not worth it. It's a waste. And I think a lot of people think that it's good to go ahead and grab something early, which at times it can be. But in the case of the Megatin cards, I never go in and grab these cards early. It just doesn't make any sense. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably open a couple of Megatins for me and my kids for funsies, but I'm not going to go ahead and just grab a bunch of Red Eye Star Dragoons and a bunch of other cards on here at these pre-order prices. You lock it in early, but you pay primo dollar. Looking at Appaloosa is currently roughly around $25 for an ultra rare. Pot of Extravagance being $23 and dropping, by the way. IP Masquerade being $20. Borlo Savage, $21. Solid Sheafree, $13. Magnite Crusader Air Max, $12. And once again, like I said earlier in another video, Appaloosa is a one-of. Masquerade is a one-of. Borlo Savage is a one-of. Air Max, a one-of. So what's happening here? Your big value cards are one-of cards. This is why these Megatins are not good to go in on. I keep saying it over and over and over again. If you bought a bunch of cases, you better have pre-sold those cards. Because the minute you get them on opening day and you open all those Megatin cards and you throw them on the market, you're fighting everybody who's doing the same exact thing. And let's say for what it is, during the epidemic times, everyone's going to be buying a lot of this product because what else they have to do? And they're going to be throwing on the market, and this is what we're going to be seeing. Now, looking at 2020 Megatins, I'll tell you right now, this value is nothing where it's going to be in the future. I think a lot of these cards are going to be tanking, and we know this by looking at the 2019 Megatins. I mean, Borlo's Sword Dragon is roughly around $17. The second highest expensive card in that Megatin, called Better Grave at 9, Unicorn at 8, Bigfoot at 6, many things at 5. You see what I'm going with here? The value is declining in 2019 Megatins. What about 2018 Megatins, you say? Well, let's check that out too. Evenly Matched at 19. It did have a spike at one moment for like 30s, but then it went back down. Mekk-Knight Purple Knight 4 at 8. Dragon Diagram at 7, a 1-up. Borosword Dragon, $5. Firewall Dragon, $5. This was going to happen to all Megatins right now. You want to do it again? Let's go, boys. Totally awesome, $16. Blue Twin Burst Dragon, $7. Cosmic Cyclone, $5. Shiranui Solitaire, $5. $4. True King, that guy's $4. Listen, don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of great cards in the Megatins. And I think there's a lot of potential for cards to rise in value. I mean, think of a Totally Awesome came off the bans today. Well, today, hopefully with the bans release. Or even the 2. The value of the Megatin would go up in value. We know even the match value went up in value, and even the Mekk-Knight monsters value went up in value. Short term went back down. And looking at the 2019 Goldstock Megatins, eventually we're going to see some cards in this Megatin go up in value. Don't get me wrong, I think there's definitely potential for value. Whether it's midterm, long term, I don't know. Nobody really knows. We can always guess and invest, and we're going to do that once we get the artwork for all these cards. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, just going ahead and buying a bunch of sealed, I never agree with that. I haven't agreed with buying sealed product in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a very long time. And I think the pre-sale prices that are meant for stores and vendors as well, yeah, it might be unfair to a lot of you guys because you want to list cards online, but those people have proven themselves to list cards online. I don't like that system, but this is what we have, and it's put in place because they want to make sure stores make more money, and that makes sense in a weird way. Up next, guys, Atlantean Dragoons coming in at Astro Pack 2, $130. Well, this card's going down a little bit. It's actually, I'm sorry. This card's stabilizing. It's another card going down. This card's actually at $130. Atlantean Dragoons, Ultra Rare, definitely a card that if you're looking to play Water Max Rarity, you want this card. But there's another version of it. Well, the Atlantean Dragoons that came out of the Structure Deck rerun, that Sea Emperor, that card's actually down. It's actually currently $5. This card used to be a $10 card, and now it's down to about $5. The things with Atlantean Dragoons, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not though. We need a reprint of Atlantean Dragoons. Like, we need a reprint, and I'm thinking like an OTS super rare. I'll take a common at this point. I already have mines, but just because I have mines doesn't mean that other Yu-Gi-Oh! Players out there that want to play Water are okay with paying $5 for a Structure Deck super rare that came out probably before a bunch of them were born or when they were in diapers. That's not fair. I think Atlantean Dragoons desperately needs a reprint. Let's put that on the list. I'm going to keep mentioning it sporadically. Hopefully Konami catches on, somebody catches on, hopefully the community catches on, and we let Konami know there's certain reprints you're missing. Please reprint this. There's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who want to get involved with Water, but don't want to pay this kind of money, and they shouldn't. Looking at Deep Sea Diva from Tour Pack Booster 4 with the Super Rare reprint, before Super Rare reprint, I was looking to buy a playset of Tour Pack 4 Deep Sea Divas. It was about a little over $100 for the card. Looking at Deep Sea Diva right now at a Tour Pack Booster 4 with a $91 market price, you can catch a couple online here for about $74 to $75. That's because the Super Rare, same exact rarity, has already been out in OTS Pack 13. I think this card's value might go down a little bit more. I don't know if it's going to tank. I don't think it's going to tank, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. It'll probably hit at lowest. It'll probably hit 60 and then stabilize at that price point. Maybe even 70. But it did drop down a lot from its current $90 to $100 price point. And that's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love reprints. I love max rarity cards as well. I like having the max rarity position, blinged out, gorgeous looking deck, beautiful Flex Zodia playmat. I love it all. But I also know that in order for this game to progress for all players, it's better if we see reprints for all players. Now, don't get me wrong, I would be upset if Konami reprinted a bunch of Ultimate Rares, because I'd be like, what are you doing? But it's good to reprint a bunch of cards for all Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Anyone says different, I just don't think they think they're looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! For the long haul for every player. It's more or less themselves. You gotta look for every player. That's the way I came to that conclusion. Ignoble Knight of High Lawn Salian. Secret Rare coming out of Shell Spectres with a $17 market price. This card's down to, well, there's one over here at $10. By the time you're watching the video, it's probably gone, but check it if it's not. After that, the card's back up to $19 to $20. I'm not gonna buy this card. It's literally up here. If you guys want it, there it is. Hey, it's basically for Infernoble Knights. And is anyone playing Infernoble Knights? Because I think the deck's really good. I don't know if the deck's good post-banless. That's the thing with Infernoble Knights. It's a grenade. And I'm not saying Konami's gonna hit the new cards. No. I don't know if they're gonna hit the new cards, but Konami can change things on that balance that can really hurt them for normal lights and a lot of other decks. I kind of want to play them, but I don't want to gamble on banking the fact that Konami might not make this make this deck a tier 1.5 or even worse, a tier 2 deck from its current tier 1 position, which I do believe it's in. Predator Player Inverted Icon is a card you need to get as soon as possible. The card's holding almost near $30 market price, and currently is roughly almost near $30 price point. This card is going to rise up in value. No doubt in my mind. This card is broken. It's not broken now. It's a joke now compared to what it's going to be. But I feel like Predator Player Inverted Icon can be in a huge card in an upcoming meta. So if you don't have yours, you might want to get it before the price rises. And then we have Smoke Grenade Time Thief. Now, once again, going back to my Infernoble Knight argument, I just want to say, another reason why I don't want to play Infernoble Knights, because we have a $20 common, $17 common in that deck. That's more than likely going to be on the balance. If it's not, I don't mind paying the money. But if it is, why drop $20 today, when maybe later on today, tomorrow, next week, you find out your $20 card, bam. You know how much that card goes back down to? Pennies. So, that's another reason why I personally don't want to get involved in Noble Knights yet. And if you're playing it for Noble Knights, are you going to be holding this card? Are you going to be selling this card? Are you going down the ship? I mean, there's no wrong answers. I just think that if you're looking at the deck now, like I kind of am, I don't think it's a good idea to go in and grab this card yet. Or the rest of the cards yet, because we don't know what's going to happen. El Shiro Shekinaga Ultimate Rare is just astonishingly low. I mean, the market price is roughly around $14. The unlimited version is about $11. After that one's gone, I mean, after, if you want a first edition version, you're looking at about $16 for an Ultimate Rare Shadow Monster. Yes, Shekinaga came out Secret Rare, sure, but Ultimate Rare obviously is the higher rarity. And for $16 for a first edition version, pretty cheap. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the new balance or the new meta, but one of the decks I'm kind of looking to play, and I'd like to know what you guys think about this, is Dogmatica Shadows with 2 window, which is kind of like mind-blowing for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are they're used to like Dogmatica Shadow Invoked, but I think a 2 window is really good because when your opponent infinite permanents one of your windows, all you gotta do is make another window. And then your opponent goes, oh yeah, you can do that. And then you're like, yeah, and then you just murder their face. I think that might be a fun deck or a good deck moving forward. I don't know if it's going to be a tier 1 deck. I'm hoping it is. But once again, we have to see what goes on with the ban list. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about that as well. Everyone's getting excited about Melfi's. I don't think Melfi's are going to be that good because every deck that Melfi's could go into, like Tri-Brigade mainly as everyone's getting ready for, I think that Zodiac can do it better. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please, I would love to know. I just don't think that Melfi Tri-Brigade is nowhere near as good as Zodiac Tri-Brigade. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still working on Melfies. They're still getting ready for Melfies. They're still collecting all the cards, including Rescue Cat, which has a $10 Ultra Rare. And if you want the Super Rare coming out of Turtle Pack Booster 3, it's a beautiful Super Rare, by the way, with a $43 market price. Nope, the new price point's roughly around 60. After that one's gone, it's 68, then 75s, and that's where it remains for a good portion of the while. So this card at one point was 43, is now up to there. So that's another thing. I think Sairaj's Skull Dread is a highly undervalued card. It has, I believe, 3 printings, 1 Ultra Rare, 2 Secret Rares, but I'm talking about the original print Secret Rares, Extreme Force, Sairaj's Skull Dread. The card has a $7 market price, and yeah, it's roughly around $7 to $8. This card's really good. Don't get me wrong, it can't be used right now. Like, if you want to put in your Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck right now, it's probably not going to do as good. But I think moving forward in the future, this card's really good. Any card that says draw cards from your deck is a pretty good card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's generic. Looking at Sairaj's Skull Dread, yes, you have to cycle cards, I mean, drawing 4 by placing 3 in the bottom, I get that, but that's still a big deal for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, as it always has been with this card. And also, you can special summon monster from your hand, it's also a little effect you can do. Sairaj's Skull Dread is a great card, and I think it's highly undervalued right now, and I think the minute it starts seeing any kind of meta play, this card's value is going to spike to extra high proportions like we've never seen it before. Looking at the Megatin version of Sairaj's Skull Dread, it's also insanely cheap. One can make a good argument that the Megatin version will go even high, make you more money by going high than the original print Secret Rare. I won't dispute that. Megatin 2018 Sairaj's Skull Dread with a $3 market price is roughly around $3 to $4. This card is definitely going to go high in value. And then you got the Ultra version of Sairaj's Skull Dread. There's a bunch of listings. It's about $1. Nothing wrong with that, but these are the value. This might not be the value. We don't know yet. Then again, we could be surprised. I mean, Evenly Matched had a bunch of print things, and even the Ultra Rare was showing some kind of value. Okay, so looking at Cyframe Gear Gamma, I think Cyframe Gear Gamma is another card that's probably arguably one of the best hand traps in this meta right now. We don't know what's going to happen next meta. I think it might be still, but it's definitely one of the best hand traps. Something about Gamma that kind of confuses me is the Ultra Rare Cyframe Gear Gamma with an $18 market price is roughly around $21 to $22. Okay, that's sure. And then you turn around and you go, the Collector's Rare is roughly around $100. Let me just throw a little fact out there. This card was above $150 for a good amount of time, slowly dropping down to its current price point of $100. For a Collector's Rare, that's not bad. And quickly, the card goes back up to $140. Within what, 4 sales, the card's back up to a $140 card. Gamma's looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's going to maintain being low, but I think that it might be going back up in the future. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And then we have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V promo. So if you ever go to Barnes & Nobles, if you guys ever have them in your area, they usually have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga still around. Mine still do, clean them out, now they don't have it. But what they have in the mangas are Yu-Gi-Oh! Promo cards. Some of which are not being used, majority of which are not being used, but what we're seeing is a lot of these cards have good value. DDD Divine Zero King Rage is $20. And a $10 manga, thick manga thing. DD Destiny King Zero Laplace is $9. You got Phantasm Dragon 16, White Aura Behemoth 13, 14. That one's $2, and then $8. So I think a lot of these manga cards and promos are pretty good buys right now. Nobody's looking about them right. Nobody's looking at these cards. Nobody's talking about these. But if you can find a bunch of Nobles, this is a pretty good buy right now. I mean, once again, Divine Zero King Rage only has 7 listings on TCG Player. And you want to know which manga it is to the promo? Very simple. It says over here, Ultra Rare, where is it? Ultra Rare, but you look at the number, it's YA07, that's the 7th manga. You go back to the other one, it says like 6 manga. This one over here is King Zero Laplace, YA3, 3rd manga. That's it. That's all you need to do. But yeah, so keep an eye on a bunch of these mangas because I guarantee you they might not be around for any time. In the minute it's hard for you to get it, it's hard for everybody to get these mangas, these prices are going to spike. I think we'll eventually get a reprint, but until that reprint happens, these will be the highest priced versions of themselves. And then we have Rise of the Duelist. I keep going back to this set because there's so much money in this set. Man, there's so much money in this set. So I told you everybody yesterday that I think it's a good idea if you want to go in and grab 2 Forbidden Droplets and 2 Triple Tactus Talent. And the reason why is because if we was to get Max Seal off the ban list, you might not need 3 of these cards. Even Lightning Storm you might not need 3 of. You just might need 2 of them. twos of them. That might be the better way to do it. Your side deck actually will change dramatically because instead of putting 3s to see the card at its maximum potential, you only need 2s to do that anymore. So that'd be kind of cool as well. But besides the fact that this set has Rise of Duels has triple tactics talent as well as Forbidden Droplet, Dogmatica isn't almost everything. I mean, if you want to play Dogmatica, you need a Deer Servant, which is $180 for a playset. You're going to need your Excelsior, which is $60 for a playset. I forget which one it is. I think you need 3 Maximus, which is like going down in value, I think. And maybe one of this guy. It could be the other way around. I don't know. But yeah, Dogmatica is relatively expensive. Another card that everyone's kind of forgetting about in this set is going to be Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. It recently saw play in a Thunder Dragon variant of itself, a Thunder Dragon variant deck, which is pretty good. I think this card's highly underrated. I think this card's coming at Secret Rare out of Rise of Duels. It's currently with an $8 market price. It's down to about $7, almost near $8 again. So I think this is a really good card to pick up. It's a one-of. If you're looking to play Thunder Dragons, it's a great card. And it's something that, once again, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of just blew by because there's so many other good cards in Rise of the Duelist. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Keep an eye out for my Twitch stream. I have it right over here. I'm going to be going ahead and doing more Twitch live streams. I might be doing one as you're watching this video, so make sure to go ahead and follow the channel and join the Discord. Check it out. We have a remote duel section in the Discord, and I would love it if you guys would check that out as well. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos, have a great day.